This story will change your life. In 2008, I hired a therapist to help me work through a lot of my childhood traumas, and boy, oh boy, were there a lot. But most importantly, I wanted this therapist to reset to me what it means to be a man. As when I was young, as I said, my father was the first to go to college. He traveled a lot, he wasn't around a ton. Another man in my life was doing things to kids that shouldn't be done, and I had a really twisted sense of it all. And he had me read this book, On the Threshold of Transformation. It was very life changing. But suffice to say, I became very fascinated over this therapist's demeanor, his gentleness, his grace, his love. I mean, just a beautiful human being. And I said at the end of a session one day, I go, man, you're the most fascinating human I have ever met. How do you do it? And then he said, would you like to know? And I said, yes. And he, to his credit, asked me a second time, would you really like to know? And I go, yeah, man, you're fascinating. And he said, well, be at this place Saturday at, we'll call it 4:45 p.m. I'm going to introduce you to somebody who loves you perfectly. And I mean perfectly, who knows how to talk to you. All these things. And man, I was really dense at that time. I didn't know what he was talking about, but ultimately, he introduced me to Jesus Christ. And I accepted Jesus into my life. And here is what I found: Jesus loves me beyond my wildest imagination, is always there to share with me the perfect piece of advice. And I just ask you this: if you had that person in your life, how much time would you want to spend with them? And it's a lot. So here's my advice: spend even more time with them than whatever number you came. I had a guy yesterday who is a great friend and a client, and he's like, man, JD, I really love your morning messages, but I got to tell you, it appears you're up really early. And I said, that is correct, Gary. I want to have 3 to 4 hours, 7 days a week of one on one time with God before the noise of the world hits. So, 1 hour a week, especially in an institution, doesn't cut it. Spend lots and lots of time getting to know that person who loves you perfectly. It's said in Isaiah 55:3 to form a lifelong covenant with him, to come to him, to bend his ear. The whole passage, I'll leave it. I'll leave it as the caption. But I hope that helped. Live your life in a fashion to where someday somebody comes to you and goes, the way you live your life is very fascinating, and you can introduce them to Jesus as well. Have a great God day and give this channel a follow.